15.
Rofi ignition.
10.
The igniters have been lit.
9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff at dawn. The dawn of Orion and a new era of American space exploration.
40 seconds in. Standing by to go to the partial thrust mode in the core. Partial thrust mode. Standing by for main engine cutoff. We have cutoff in the port and starboard and separation. A good separation of the port and starboard boosters. Looking the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes into the flight. Standing by to go to the partial thrust command. That partial thrust command about 15 seconds from now. Standing by for stage separation. Each have stage separation. Heads is deploying. The nozzle has been extending. Standing by for igniter spark. And we have igniter spark, and we have ignition. Ignition on the second stage. Second stage chamber pressures beginning to rise.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're taking over commentary at this point as we come up on the first two critical Orion program milestones, the service module fairing panel jettison and the launch abort system jettison, standing by for those first two critical events. The service panel jettison has occurred. The three 13 by 14 foot panels have separated. And we have launch abort system jettison. The 361-pound solid propellant motor has pulled the launch abort system free from the upper stage and up from Orion. Everything going extremely well. The first two critical milestones have been accomplished, accessing telemetry from the Orion spacecraft through the tracking and data relay satellite system. Coming up on the 7-minute mark into the mission, Orion and the Delta IV upper stage, now 127 miles in altitude, some 700 miles downrange from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. And this is our first view from cameras on the Orion spacecraft streaming video that is coming down, being processed through the tracking and data relay satellite system, showing a view of the Earth as Orion is being carried to its preliminary orbit. All of its systems operating in excellent condition on this first test flight of America's newest spacecraft. So far, all of the guidance and navigation systems on Orion operating perfectly as it rides at the top of the upper stage of the Delta IV rocket that began its maiden journey at 6:05 a.m. Central Time, 7:05 a.m. Eastern Time, just right at the peak of sunrise over the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Coming up on the 12-minute mark into the next major event, 5.5 minutes from now, that will be SECO 1, or second stage cutoff number 1. That will be the cutoff of the upper stage on the Delta IV, 35,000 feet. That view of Orion from the Icana, 25,000 feet. Time to splash down less than 4 minutes. Forward bay cover has been deployed. Drogues have been deployed. Great video from the Icana. Coming up on main chute deploy. From a waypoint over the Pacific Ocean, there is your new spacecraft, America. Drogues away. Main chute deploy. On mains, everything looking good. 4,000 feet. Three good main chutes reported from the USS Anchorage. This view from Orion itself of the chutes, helping it to descend gently towards its splashdown in the Pacific. 1,000 feet. 100 feet. We have splashdown. Splashdown confirmed at 10:29 a.m. Central Time. Orion is back on Earth. America has driven a golden spike as it crosses a bridge into the future. And we now have confirmation that Orion is stable 1, upright. And the crew module uprighting system is now being activated. These are the 5 inflatable airbags at the top of the spacecraft to ensure that Orion remains in an upright position. And you can see it on the water